Okay, so I know I haven't done like a regular video in a minute that didn't concern like hair or whatnot, but I need to come up here and do a rant. This is not going to be no organized video. It's going to be the truth though. So I date online. I'm an online dater, and I just want to give you some heads up if you are a black woman dating online, what it's like to be dating out there. And I think this can go for any age of any type of black woman, black girl that's dating. When it comes to white men, so obviously, I'm irked off by what happened today, this morning. But I want to say this: I feel like a lot of white men who are open or willing to date a black girl, think they are doing black women a favor. They think that, oh, because we're online dating, that we are at our wits' end, that we can't get a man, that we have no other options because we are black women. And I think that the more prettier you are, the more that a white man will go after you, being a black woman, no matter if you're light skin or dark skin or in the middle, as long as you're beautiful. Because I think specifically when white men date black women, they date the prettier black woman. They date the Beyonce, right? Because we know that when black guys date white girls, it's an ugly Betty, I guess you could consider it. That's what you would call it. But anyways, going back to what I think white men feel when they see a black woman, specifically online dating, they think that let me go ahead and like her, let me go ahead and send her a message, and I'm not gonna be a gentleman either. I'm just gonna tell her it is what it is, and see if she'll put up with it. I'm gonna put her through things, or try to attempt to put her through things that I would never put a white woman through, a white queen through, because I respect white women and I have no respect for black women. And that's what it's giving. I really feel that way. I really feel like these white men, I think that they are saving black women from a life of being with a black man as well. And what I mean by that is they feel like I'm saving this black girl from having to deal with a potential or future, a guaranteed absentee black father, a future guaranteed absentee black husband, because black men don't stick around. Black men don't raise their children. Black men are never in a household. Who do you see raising children when it comes to black families? The black woman, right? So let me go ahead and save this black woman. Let me go ahead and put her on some type of pedestal to make her think that I really, really am in love with her. And this is not discounting any real relationships out here, any real white men that are trying to be with black women, or just trying to be with a woman and happen to fall in love with a black queen and treat her the way that she's supposed to be treated, and not trying to mistreat her because she's black, right? I think a lot of a lot of white men feel like, black women are on the very bottom totem pole of beauty, the European standard of beauty, though, actually. So she's got to be desperate. And I can treat her any kind of way I want to, and she's just going to deal with it. And I would never treat a white woman this way. But since I can get over with it, because I think that this black woman needs me, she needs me to be the tree that she can lean on, I'm gonna get away with it, and I'm gonna get my rocks off. These men want to control women. Not, and this is just not a white thing, this is a universal thing. But they want to control women, and they want to put a woman underneath their foot, and they literally want to have their knee on a woman's neck, specifically a black woman's neck, if it's a white man coming out here and dating. And I just want to keep on caveating, not all white men are that way, but what I have ran into is I feel like these white men are very much willing to date a black girl, but they're afraid of what their parents are going to say. They're afraid of what their grandparents are going to say, and they definitely are afraid of what their friends would say. Because I have dated white guys, and I have been told my friends are going to give me SHIT for dating you. But it's always the white guys that are just like, my middle name is actually Lamar. My middle name is Damar. I've had sex with black girls, but I never actually dated a black girl. You would be the first girl I would date and take out and go out on public dates. these men say that, these white men say that and talk a big game, but they're really afraid to be with a black woman. And the day that I meet a white man that is not afraid of being with a black woman, I'm gonna salute him. I really, really am. Okay, I just had to come up here and say that's my experience, but I feel like a lot of black women would understand where I'm coming from when it comes to online dating, and that it's majority, depending on the area that you're in, there's a lot of white guys online, right? And there's a lot of black men too, but I feel like for me, being a dark-skinned black woman, if a black man is coming up to me, he's going to be a fellow dark-skinned black person, right? Or he's going to be super light-skinned. It's usually either or that for me. And then when it comes to a white guy, he doesn't mind being with a black woman, but he wants to put me underneath his thumb. And I'm not here to be underneath no one's thumb. I don't care if you're black, white, or yellow. Like, treat me like you're equal, and I can lead from the side. And then there's a fetish with being with black women when you are a white guy too. I really, really believe that. I believe that we are the number one fantasy for a lot of white men, but they don't have the cojones to step to a black woman. So they don't mind talking to black women. And this is in real life situations, not just online dating. They don't mind befriending black women, talking to black women, taking black women on dates, because that is their way of filling out the black culture, filling out, this is what it would be like to actually date a black woman. And maybe I can get this courage up, get my balls together, and actually take her out on a date, on a real date. I just feel like a lot of white men are afraid because they feel like they may not meet our expectations in the bedroom, or they know white people are going to stare at them wherever they go. They feel uncomfortable, and they're just not man enough to really date a strong black woman. And not even when it comes to strong black women, but what society would think if they were to be hand in hand walking down the mall or in the airport with a black woman. Now, there's a lot of white men who do not care and will date a black woman, and they prefer to date a black woman. But the ones that don't have a lot of experience but believe black women are beautiful and would try to muster up some courage, they're really afraid, and there's a lot of uncertainties with it. But I'm here to date whoever God places in my path that I deem appropriate. But I'm just trying to give you a heads up, black women or women who are online dating, if you're watching this video. That's what a lot of white guys are under the pretense of doing. Like, they see a beautiful face, a beautiful body, and they're like, yeah, I could F that. But I'm going to treat her like crap first and see if she'll deal with it. Or I'm going to wine and dine her. I am going to keep her under wraps, though, because I'm only going to date her when she's in my house. I don't want to be seen with her. So I'll treat her like a queen behind closed doors, but I'm not going to claim her in public. I can't see myself, with a black woman. My grandparents would kill me. My Ku Klux Klan great-granddaddy would turn over his grave. Let that be known. But anyways, I had to get that off my chest. I had to let that be known because this is what's out here. And I've been literally around the whole entire world. And I have dated plenty of white guys. And not all white men are like this. But if I'm running into it, I'm not the only person running into it. I'm not the only black woman that's feeling this way. And I want to let you I want to let it be known that this is a real thing. White guys are out here doing this. And you have to stand up for yourself. You have to be strong enough to be like, and this is for any woman dating any man, but you have to, have the courage to be like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. I can wait for my real king to come, my real Prince Charming to come, and I don't have to deal with the bull crap. So I just want that to be known. That is what's going on out here in these streets worldwide. And don't put up with the ladies. So until next time, bye.